Yeah, cause cause I.
Yes, sir.
So so with the Marcus Garvey thing, right? I was gonna ask you that, like, so if you're a moral, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are y'all like? Let me see. How can I say that? Is Marcus Garvey like a piece of the Moorish movement?
Yeah, man. Be honest with you, like people in the Moorish community, they look at him like the forerunner to Noble Drew Ali, and he wasn't quite the. He was just a famous one. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because you know what? That's one of the only ones I can't find out that it was actually a Masonic.
Huh?
He the only person I could actually find out that wasn't Masonic.
You trying to say that Marcus Garvey wasn't Masonic? Because
Yeah, I
he
don't
like
believe he was.
it was by the headdress on this same image right here. That's very Masonic itself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it is. It is. But I mean, as far like as me going deep into him, I seen that the Belial was created to actually destroy him. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's what kind of confused me about
Yeah, they created the CIA. The CIA was created to stop Marcus Garvey. See, what made him dangerous
it.
wasn't quite, the nationhood he was, he should have, been all about, because that was like a little side thing to him, because he was doing major things, and we needed like a Nova Draw leader to be doing the nation thing, because Garvey was busy doing what he doing. What he was doing, he was uniting the richest Moors, period.
Yeah,
So-called colored people or whatever. He was uniting them. Like he was the first Jay-Z, but they didn't own him. They didn't make him. You feel me?
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, no. See what I was saying, like what I said about Belial as far as attack, because I always got to remember they attack your character before they attack you physically. So they got to destroy your character first. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Just like overseas, they had to call them terrorists before you understand. Because if they just say we going over there and just bombing regular citizen niggas that's just dressed up in regular clothes, people gonna be like, oh, what y'all doing? So they just you got to make a name. So what I'm saying is they created a Belial, and a lot of Belial was going against him. Like a lot of people started speaking out against him and trying to make him an enemy against the black people too. You know what I'm saying? So they were trying to destroy him like that, but they had to do another plan because he was so powerful. You know what I'm saying? He had so much people following him and stuff. But like that's why I just put up the post when he was talking about how he got put down by other black men. Like the black men is the one that got him set up and put him down. You see what I'm saying? Because the feds they can do whatever, but they have to have other black men to take us down. You see what I'm saying? Because we'll know easily when they trying to do it. So they have to send in people. When the Black Panthers failed, it was black agents that put them down. When the Nation of Islam started splitting, it was black agents that put them down. They have to put these people because they can't put themselves in. When they flooded our hood with drugs, they had to get the drug dealers to flood our hood with drugs. They couldn't just go out in the ghetto and just start supplying because we go look at them like, oh, what they doing? Why they pumping us? Then they just give it to another dude and make him a big time drug dealer and make it seem like he a big time drug dealer. With the whole time they're feeding him. You know what I'm saying? That's what Rick Ross was about. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm. Exactly. Yep.
And that's why I said these people they've been playing with us so long. They know through slavery, when I take the kid away, what's gonna happen? When I take from the mother, what's gonna happen to that mother? How she gonna act emotionally? What's gonna happen to her? They know when they take the father out the home, they know what happens to it. So they've been doing it to us. So they know if they destroy the man in the home, they know it's gonna cause an effect on the children in a certain way. Just like if the mother's not around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell people they slick. They're not just smart, they slick. There's a slick smart with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say you gotta understand the symbols. You gotta understand what these people throwing up because they think we're so much of food. They're letting you know that yeah, I'm part of it. And people don't even understand.
Yeah. See, I'm showing like it was a big connection between
Uh,
Marcus Garvey and Nova Drew Ali, and we talking about And if you look at
Okay.
the birth dates, uh, Noah Ali is one, well, almost a year or whatever older. So they're the same age. Is what I'm getting at. They're the same age,
Okay.
and
What about Let me ask you about because I don't know if you ever heard of this, but have you ever heard that Drew Ali was
trying to.
under Marcus Garvey at one point in time?
No, no, no. This is what I'm showing. I'm gonna show you. I'm showing you right now. It's Deuce Muhammad Ali. Deuce Muhammad Ali was the master teacher that that actually taught both of them. This is
Okay.
this is him right here. Mhm. This is Deuce Muhammad Ali, and obviously he's wearing a fez. So Deuce Muhammad Ali, obviously way older than both of them. He's their elder, and I could pull up something. I'm gonna show you something on him in a second. But yeah, he taught them in the 1800s. You know, when they were youngsters. We talking about at least before they were good teenagers. From their teenage years on up. Like this is who basically gave them that knowledge. And
Okay.
you see the feds and and like even followers of Marcus Garvey wore the feds, like Carlos Cooks. I'll show you him after, but I want to show you more about Deuce Muhammad Ali. Just to show, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Every time. Okay. 1866. So, he's 20, he was 20 years old when Noah Ali was born.
Okay.
So and he was 21 by the time Marcus Garvey was born. So he's old enough to be their father, of course. You feel me? And he schooled them to the game. And this is where they get that where they got all their knowledge from, especially about, more science. And like I say, I could easily I'm easily show you like the followers of Marcus Garvey also wore the fez. Now, some of us have a question about Marcus Garvey. We be like, we didn't like the fact that he wanted to take people back to Africa. You know, so that's the only gripe we can come up with. But what it is, it's like period. Like right now, I didn't came to the thought that because I used to almost hold that against him, but I came to the thought I'm like, it's like fight or fleet. You feel me? And like us as a people, I don't think we're gonna fight. So we need the fleet. It's really coming down to that. I know this our land. I know everything. Maybe we need to go to South America or something. What I'm saying is, we might have to give them this little sandbox. You feel me?
Mhm.
What
Um.
we gonna make?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say because where the part where you were saying like going back to Africa thing, because from what my research on Marcus Garvey, when he was getting the boats of Starline, I don't think it was just going to Africa, but I think it was like from what my research said, it was like he was taking Negroes from America to places like South America to Africa to Europe to meet other people that was a part of the slave trade. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Well, they, they
Yeah.
were
So that
they were touring basically. You could say that. Like
yeah
yeah, they had a
yeah
mask
like
like that. Yeah, the Black Star
yeah
Line.
yeah. Now as far as you talking about like leaving from here, like I tell people, I guess it matters the government. It matters like what I mean because it's like you leave one place, you're going to another place that's still controlled by another nation. So it's like you just will have to be careful at the laws, the rules, how they treat the Negro there, stuff like that. I mean, but it ain't gonna. I don't see a place like places like South America where they're gonna let 40 million black people just go there. 40 plus million black people just pop up over there, and it just be silver. Cause you ever heard of the Back to Africa movement that happened in the 80s or the 60s?
Yeah,
The one at the Liberia.
yeah. I've been say yeah, Liberia. I mean, yeah, it's supposed to mean liberation. You feel me?
Yeah,
That's an American created state. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
the American colony basically. Yeah.
But I think it still would be like that if good if we went in mass. I just believe it would be a problem. We just went to one place. You know what I mean? So it would be hard like that.
You might have to repeat yourself. Your mic broke up a little bit.
Like as far as like it's almost 50 million of us, right? So it's like when you say South America, I just don't see a country like that. Any country just accepted 50 million Negroes just coming there and just migrating there, and it be no problem. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro. I'm glad you said that though, because I'm sure everybody in America almost think like that. But bro,
Hmm.
I'm gonna use this analogy because I remember when Bush was president, he went to South America, down there in Brazil, and he was like in front of the whole crowd of people. They had like just a large event outside where it could be thousands and thousands of people, and he had to have a translator, of course, because you're talking to all these Spanish people. And the first thing he told him, because his jaw was just dropped, he couldn't believe it. He told him, he said, I can't believe it's so many black people, in South America. And like the whole crowd just laughed at him when the translator told him what he said. Ha 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 ha. Ha. And so he has a translator, he's like, why are they laughing? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
the translator told him, he said, because South America is 60% black. You feel me? So
yeah. I can believe it.
yeah, so it's
I
it's
can believe it.
more it's more of us there than it is here. If we have 50 million, if we have 50 million, oh yeah, they got way more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
true that.
so
Yeah.
I've seen them here. 'Cause I'm in Florida, so they gotta if they wanted to go up north, they'd have to come here first. And I see people like that all the time, and you can't tell they don't know a word of English. You can't tell. You feel me? I'm talking about for real, way blacker than Garvey and blacker than Khalid Muhammad. I'm being for real, and
Okay.
some of them just normal, you know, like you would say, like a normal Israelite. You feel me? But boy, I promise you, they don't really speak no English. You feel me?
Okay. Okay.
Go down there and blend in, and that's what they be scared of.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, shit. If it's if it's possible we could do it, I would do it. But like I said, I mean, it's never gonna be like all of us anyway because everybody just ain't gonna think the same. It ain't gonna be the same. So that's why I said it's either that's why Elijah Num and Norbert Lee and Marcus Garvey, that's why they were smart to me because they understood you ain't gonna save every black person. You know what I'm saying? So they created their own to where if you want to come and join and be saved through our nation, we gonna let you come. But as far as trying to save everybody, it ain't gonna happen because if you try to save everybody, you gonna die. You gonna eventually die of old age doing trying to do that.
Hey,
You know what
bro,
I'm saying?
watch this. We gonna save everybody. Watch this. Watch this. Who were the Moors?
Uh,
I'm gonna show you. Let me view that image. See, can I zoom it in? Blow it up. You can read that.
Zionist Temple of the Moorish Jews.
Yeah,
112:7. I can't see the last word.
yeah. That's just the I guess the temple number or whatever, or the address or whatever. But regardless, I'm just showing you how we Moors like when like before we even went live. I said the real Nuwabians are the Aboriginal uh, Nuwabian Moors. You feel me? So
Yeah.
all of that designation, just like right here, the Moorish Zionist Jews. You feel me?
Now I agree with you though on that because like I said, I'm a student of Mighty Hebrew as well. I learned under Mighty Hebrew as well, and he deals with the Moors too. But see, I just didn't know what type of Moor you were because I know it's Moors that don't deal with Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? And say they're not Hebrew. But
But they don't.
I know it was a time when they was together.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at. This Herman Mordecai, where everybody, pretty much got to give a reverence to as far as where the Hebrews came from, or where was when was this brought to America? You know, they're
Yeah.
gonna they're gonna show this guy. You feel me? So we were all Moors. It all broke up, and when it broke up, you know, we started taking we started dropping our royal title. Because the Caucasian and such like to tell us that's a derogatory term. You feel me? Well,
Yeah.
for one, don't tell me nothing. You know, let me tell you what a derogatory term is, because they want to be included on being able to use the N word. You can't use no N word. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
because they asked me for explanation, I have to tell them there is no way you can say that out of love. You feel me? There's no way. You
So
feel me?
what? So was them Hebrews that was in there? They was Old Testament, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, I knew that. Yeah, because I'm Old Testament. I knew New Testament. New Testament is when it actually started making it more separate because the New Testament Israelite is more popular than the Old Testament. Like we like on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? You don't see us a lot. You hear about them, and because when I debate a lot of people, they'll come at me like I'm a New Testament. And I have to be like, yeah, I'm not a New Testament. So what I mean? Like 'cause they most of the New Testament Hebrews have taken over and made it popular, and that's what most people are to the day. It ain't it's not a lot of Old Testament people like us anymore.
Yeah, and that's like same thing when it comes to being a Moor. Like it's not people that's really about whatever the Old Testament of being a Moor is. They with the Johnny come lately form of a Moor. You know what I mean? So
But
I'm,
I tell you what, man. Since and since we know this and we know the history of this, how about we try to get this back together again?
man, that's the only way. That's the only way it can go. For
Yeah,
real. Like like everybody else want to bash when we got to be some glue. You know what I'm saying? We done with all the bashing. It's time to grow. You know what I'm saying, for growth. You know,
yeah. I've
like
been bashed for at least 8. I ain't gonna. Lie, I've been bashed and debating at least 8 years, and it's crazy because I got friends that's Pan African. I got friends that's Kemetic. I got people, you know what I'm saying, and we get along. It's just that you when two people wanted to argue and then just get you aggressive. You just start talking about every group when you actually just a person. So it's like I'm trying to get to where I don't want to debate a person. I'm gonna debate you for a little bit, see what you say, and then I'm gonna try to build with you. Let's talk. And a lot of people, and I know you know this, a lot of people get scared when you want to go live with. A lot of people get scared when you want to talk to them face to face. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who go eat on Google and put something up in this when you talk to the person, they have the information really in their head of who they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to look up a lot of stuff. Just look up and show stuff so other people can see that it's real. But you know what I'm saying? You could tell a person who really knows and a person who just fake.
and I ain't gonna lie to you, like people like me been putting this information out so much that if the ones that's above me, they're calling themselves grand sheiks and anything like that, they know this already. But do you
Yeah.
think that, like, I ain't gonna lie, that's why some of them are Pan Africans disguising as Moorish Americans. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got you got some of these, you know what I'm saying? You got some dudes like they just infiltrating every group. You feel me? Like you got people that got the whole Pan African mind in America. Like they Pan American to the point that they gotta say everything opposite that the Egyptology. Honest, you know, it's just crazy when we,
Yeah.
you know, if we were to
I
ask
seen
them,
it. I seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
you know, it's no difference. You feel me? They just over here to make us look bad, and they over there to
Yeah, but
make.
see that goes back into again that goes back to the agenda, the agents that go back into the infantry of somebody infiltrating. You don't know who could be agents. You know what I mean? That's why people be like, damn, you don't like nobody. I be like, no, I don't like too many people, man. I know most of these people's agents. I know, like, ain't you just coming out doing how you just come out changing your whole teaching of your master. Like anybody I see doing that, I don't look at them. I look at them like a traitor. Like, cause how this dude he get you out? This anybody. I'm talking about this little Nobel Jolie or any student of his. Just for Elijah Muhammad, any student of his. Even I felt that way about Malcolm. Even though I liked the Malcolm, it's to a point where you still went against this man that got you out of the condition you was in. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So it was like you try to destroy this man's character and not understanding you destroying trying to destroy a whole nation. You're not destroying just one person. You're destroying a whole nation. Because these people, them people that you telling, then don't care about it. They want that shit destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that goes against that, that's why I tell the Hebrew Israelites were Old Testament at first. I knew they used to hang with Marcus Garvey. I know he used to hang with the Moors. I always knew about that. But I know once it changed to that New Testament stuff, that's when everything got separate because the New Testament was like it's like we ain't dealing with nobody. You see what I'm saying? So it's like everybody is against us. We're against everybody. That's where they start getting to.
Yeah,
And they
like
actually
yeah,
they actually attack a lot of the groups that we was actually cool with as Old Testament Israelites. And that's why us and New Testament Israelites, we go at each other too. We don't, like, you see what I'm saying? That's why I be more closer with Muslims and chilling with Muslims and Moors. I know Muslims and some Moors, and that's why I be around. You know what I'm saying? There's some Pan African, there's some Comedics. I know people that's into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm more comfortable with them. You know what I'm saying? Because even if we don't, even we might go at it in a debate, but we still be close and tight and friends. You know what I'm saying? We understand that we might not agree with everything, but the main goals we agree with as Black people. You see what I'm saying? We agree with because none of that shit matters what we did 6,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 2,000 years, 100 years ago. What matters is do we agree on a lot of stuff now together to make us better as a nation.
yeah, that's facts, brother. Because watch this. Like I'm showing how
Who
we
is the who is that dude? Who is that guy with the thing in his hand?
oh, they look like a shaman. I don't know,
Okay,
I don't
okay.
know precisely, but like all of these factions are stemming from the Moors. You feel me? Like
Hmm.
like people got the audacity to want to be, you know, Indian and whatever, and then
Hmm.
not give any credence to this beautiful woman right here, Empress Verdiace of the Washita Nation.
Okay, okay.
See, we Moors, period. You know, like MUU meaning the original. That's what it means in the native language. So we are the Moors. You feel me? And these people don't want us to know we the Aboriginals. They don't want us to know we the true Israelites. You know, the true Yehudi. You feel me? The true uh, chosen people of God. You feel me? They don't want
Yeah,
us to know that, you know, that we the original Muslim or whatever. You feel me? All of these different schools of thought. We the original Hindu. You know what I mean? So we should be
Yeah.
meditating and doing everything else. Like, there's no way we, man, bro. I can connect the Moors to their proper place and everywhere. People want to say, no, the Moors went into Spain. Man, what about the history before they went into Spain? Like, they're like, we don't exist until we went over there and shook hands with a white man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. You feel me?
But see,
Like nothing. Like we didn't exist before that.
but
Basically.
see, this what I try to tell people though, and as far as like I understand the moral thing, I understand like it's almost like an Israelite thing. We believe everybody is Israelite, but what I can try to tell people, everybody's not gonna change. So I say this, even if people don't want to get along, why not get together as people, get some land, move like you said, move somewhere, whatever, get some land, and then we create our own nation. So if you want to be Kemetic, have your Kemetic nation over there, have the new the Wapian nation over there, have this nation over there. We just build like that, and we just work together. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But as far as like all us, I just don't see it because it's too much things in the way and we don't see it. It's too much agents that's infiltrating. We always falling for it. It's too much. Like it's just we falling for the same things. It's nothing different that I see when I see the Black Panthers. When I see them get infiltrated. When I see the Nation of Islam get infiltrated. When I see all these people get infiltrated, it's the same group. So and they had great leaders and they were smart and they were stronger nations. It ain't no nations like that. Like you said, everything is watered down. It's only the people who really think like you and think like me is rare. It's not a lot of us. You see what I'm saying? And everybody else's trend setting is watered down. It's new generation stuff. They making up stuff. They adding stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this is the big problem because it's going to get to and then you got people who is disrespecting the elders. You see what I'm saying? Like Farrakhan, like I said, I love Farrakhan, but it's like you had a certain person that's teaching a certain way, and then it's like I see a different teaching that I see him going more Christianity, like, and I don't really like that part. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
See, like I'm like he may very well be doing it in a better way, meaning on the outside he talking Jesus because he talking to all the laymen's, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah,
but like you said, he is a Muslim, so it's like we already know this man got all the knowledge, so I'm sure he deal with different people
yeah.
differently, you know. Not that I don't want to. I don't want to. I can't
But
say
I'm
how.
just saying, it's like I understand what you're saying. He's trying to use their teachings to teach his way. But you know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that's the problem I think that Dr. Yoke had. And this is the problem I believe, and this is the only thing I think he had because he had different schools of teaching, and people don't really understand this. People take some of his teaching and be like, he was teaching this, but they not understand there was only one class of teaching of thought. You know what I'm saying? He had different classes that you had to elevate. But when he went down, it's people that stuck in the first class. You see what I'm saying? That think they know that think they really know everything that never made it to the fifth class or sixth class. And there's people in the third class and they know more than the first class, but they don't know more than the fifth. You feel what I'm saying? There's people that stuck in the Christianity part of what Dr. York was teaching. Some people are stuck in the Israelite part he was teaching. Some people are stuck in the Mason part he was teaching. You know what I'm saying? And I see it. I see a lot of people stuck, and that was separated it because people never got. Everybody didn't get to the level that they supposed to have got to before he went away.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like the multiple schools of thought. Like
Yeah,
he definitely was like a master of them all.
yeah,
And like you say, not many people gonna master one. So
yeah,
So being that they ain't gonna master one is like they shouldn't just be jumping into the next one. It's just like when people talk about the great mother, because when we talking about the Holy Trinity, it obviously has to involve a woman. The Holy
Yeah,
Spirit, or the Holy Ghost, however we want to put it, that is the mother. That's that feminine, presence and essence and everything. That's the great mother in heaven.
yeah,
Who if you're reading in Hebrew, is Shekinah. You feel me?
hmm,
Shekinah, the first creation of Yahweh. You feel me? The great feminine of heaven. So what I'm saying is, like if people don't respect the great father, why am I introduce you to the mother? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm not.
yeah,
If you a
yeah,
hypocrite, if you a hypocrite with him, if you was a hypocrite when you went to church every Sunday and you told people you believe, you was lying because you never even you never studied. You only had the book in your hand when you go to church on Sunday. So so you was a hypocrite then, you're gonna be a hypocrite now. Ain't no need to step your game up and get into the occult or to do anything. You didn't do nothing right the first time. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's just like saying if you know you didn't even pay attention in elementary, do not try to come over here, in this trigonometry class and try to act like you're gonna step your game up. You late, you
yeah,
know. And if I'd appreciate you go back to the back of the line, for real.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, like I said, I'm trying to like if you're trying to get together, man, we can get together and build this joint. I bet like I got the joint on my chest, man. When I got the joint called One Nation, and I got the comedic symbol. I got I got all the symbols. I got what I'm saying all the symbols because I was dealing with when I first got on Facebook, I was dealing with Lord Abba. And he had a joint like a unity joint where he was trying to get all the people, like all the black groups together. You know what I'm saying? So
man, that's
that's if we can do that, you know what I'm saying? If we can do that. We can get together and do it. Like my brother, like he a Christian preacher though, but he ain't that type. He a preacher that teach a rebellion way. You know what I'm saying? And he way smarter than just a Christian. Like he was on the Dr. York stuff and all that before that. You know what I'm saying? Like he like a Native American Christian. I can't really explain it. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? If we can get like all this stuff together, like all these people together, man, and we can be able to teach, because if we have a group of different multiple people, we can teach everybody, and we can get everybody to cling on, because it ain't gonna just like say you teaching the Morris way. You have a person that's in the group that's a Israelite. He teaching the Israelite stuff. You got somebody else that's teaching the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Aboriginal teaching the other. Well, the Aboriginal Morris stuff is basically the same thing. I mean, it's basically the same teaching. Like that's why I say I don't understand the different names, because I understand what you're saying is like, why not just say Morris? Because Morris and Aboriginal teachings are basically the same type of teaching.
exactly. Like a lot of people don't want to never admit where they get any of their game from. Like people don't really be into this law like that. So when we start
Yeah,
getting all this terminology like aboriginal, autochthonous, autonomous, and all of that, it came from the Moors, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Just come back home. You feel me?
yeah,
It's like we supposed to be able to all unite. Like people will see the definition of the word black and agree with it, and you could put the word more in place of that word black, and they still don't want to agree with it. It's like that's the same definition. Then why you won't rock with it over here? Oh man, I don't like that. But if right here, the blacks say the same thing. I'm black. I'm black. I'm
yeah,
like, dang man, it's the same thing, right? If you say the exact same definition, then obviously you should be saying this too. If you want to say that, okay, but say both then. You know what I'm saying? Or son, wake up. Do not be scared. Don't be scared to say this. But watch this. I'm going to show like we said about the word Israel. Like not just saying you're more, but just word Israel. If they're really looking at it, that word gonna unite all of these different Moors. Like I'm saying, watch this. Came up with vowel points.
Oh, really?
They said that was criminal.
Who came up with that?
I mean, just
In
yeah,
teachings, like
throughout
the
teachings,
teachings.
all I've ever heard is that it was criminal, through Arabs and all kind of others. They've said it's criminal that vowel points are added into the Bible and stuff like that. What it is giving clarification. Mm-hmm. Like you should only see Israel like this. Mm-hmm. This is the true. Uh-huh.
See, look, and see, look, and that's a fact what you're saying. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you like this: when I became an Israelite, before I was dealing with the camps, and I was an Old Testament Israelite. We always was taught. I always was taught by any Old Testament Israelite that we're basically Moors, and the Moors are us, and we are the Moors. And I've seen Ashubk and teacher. He a high priest, and he used a lot of the Moorish history to prove that Israelites was over there too, and you could see that they were Moors as well. So when I first came into the Israelite thing, I never had a problem with the Moors saying that they was Israelites or Israelites saying they was Moors. But what happened was is certain camps that started coming out and they started changing and saying, no, we not Moors, we don't deal with nobody but just Israelite. And that's what the separation started happening. Because when I first came in, it wasn't no problem with Moors. I always believe I was a Moor Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like the same thing because we was like the teaching was it means crossover. And then they used to talk about and how it was like it was talking about the Moorish thing and it was lessons with that taught that we was Moors and Israelites. It was basically the same two people. But then you got Moors and you got Israelites that teaching that they not. But when I first came in, that was the teaching.
And that's real because like I say, you got people infiltrating. So like I said, you got Pan Africans that are posing as Moors. They hate the Moors so much that they act like they came into the knowledge of finally being a Moor just to make them look bad. Just to break up the unification. Like they've been doing this for decades. These niggas want to work for the feds. But what I'm saying is, it's 12. It's the lost tribes or what? The 12 tribes, right?
Yeah.
And people ain't never ever gonna unite all of those 12 unless we truly looking at this word and seeing that word can unite all three. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
many of us are gonna or definitely worshiping the goddess Isis, which is a set. You got all religions are based around sun worship to a degree, and
Yes.
people don't
I agree.
understand why, because the flood really happened. The flood has happened many times. There's many
Yes.
there's many deluge stories, especially the Hindus have all the records. That's why I fucks with them. You know what I'm saying? But the sun is the only thing going to dry up some of that dang water so we can be back where we at. And people going to always have enough sense to honor that and venerate that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my Ra. And then we talking about El. People act like they don't know what the word for God was at that time. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you know, those
I
three
mean, see, but see the thing is like I don't know, on the Facebook I was trying to show dude like even as an Israelite, yes, do we understand the sun is power? Yes, but do we have faith that is a being that created that sun? You know what I'm saying? That's just the difference between us and a lot of people. But even if you go into Kemet, they had a secret name they didn't speak of. They had a being that was higher than the sun. You know what I'm saying? Because they understood I believe they understood afterlife too. And and I believe they believed that it was a higher being than that too. From the old teaching I used to get from it, they used to have a secret name that they didn't used to say. Am I right about that? Or
Oh, you right now. See, like only reason I'll even use the word Yahweh because that's not how you pronounce it. And I ain't, I'm not even gonna get into that, because it's deep. And
well the camps don't say Yahweh, they say Yahweh.
They close, but they ain't there. They're not there. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
And I be knowing that it ain't even no need to even give it to them. You know what I'm saying? The fact I'm gonna
yeah,
give it to them, they just gonna what they gonna do? Use it for fun, right? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They're gonna use it in
Now,
vain.
but see, my point was just telling, like with the son part, my point was just telling them, like, okay, when you listen, man, when you fall in the culture, man, you got to understand the whole thing about the culture. When you fall in that Kemetic culture, you got to know what you're talking about. Like a lot of people fall in the Greek part of the Kemetic stuff. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even following the real stuff. They don't understand about the old kingdom, and then the other kingdoms that came after that, and then nations came and took over kingdoms, and they watered down a lot of their teachings. That time they got it back, because you ain't gonna never get took over and then take back over and have your original teachings. It's always gonna be a part of this watered down. If we leave America right now, we still gonna be Americanized for a couple of generations to change. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to show people. That was the Exodus about. The Exodus is about when you leave in a nation, you have to you have to leave that nation, and you have to make laws that's against that nation that you was a part of, to get out of it. So you got to understand, when we leave America, it's still gonna be people that's Americanized. It's still gonna be people that used to computers, used to cell phones, used to this and this and that. So when people be talking about let's go to the wilderness, I be like, man, people's not ready to go to no wilderness, man. You know what I'm saying? They cut out phones off right now, everybody go crazy.
Exactly. I know what you're saying. You know, like that's what I was saying about I just told somebody on their show the other night. I'm like, if the European completely just left and go on by this business, go back to Europe, how
Oh
how many Negroes do you think gonna want to go with them? You know they
yeah,
don't they gonna be like, man, I'm out of here. I can't live
yeah.
like this. I'm going here and there, and man, it'd be a real war at this point because our people still ain't woke up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, yeah. Nah,
Like,
people ain't woke up because, I mean, because it's way deeper, than just what we talking about now. It's way deeper than that. That's what I'm saying. It's a they have controlled us spiritually, mentally, and physically. We just freed ourselves. We really ain't free physically, but we freed ourselves more physically than anything. But spiritually and mentally, we are still locked in. We still believe everything they say. We got people now that's saying they're leaders and scholars, and how you're black. And I tell people, we ain't really black, we ain't really scholars. We can call ourselves scholars, but ain't none of us going over there. Ain't none of us talking to none of the people that's really digging up the stuff. Ain't none of us going over there. All we doing is listening to what people telling us. You know what I'm saying? And then we got people who spreading that everything is African, everything is African, everything is African. You know what I'm saying? And that's just as bad as Christianity, because you're pushing one thing, and that's never going to work. It's never going to work pushing one thing, and that's why I agree with the Moorish thing, because the Moorish thing ain't just pushing the Moorish thing. It's pushing, like, okay, we are Moors, but we accepting everything because y'all Moors too. You understand what I'm saying?
exactly. Like like uh like the Hindu, they would tell you, like, put like this, the right here in America or Africa, like people want to say, okay, we from Africa. Well, if you're gonna really go over there and ask the Dogons or the real shamans, if you ask the real Africans, they're not gonna tell you they're from Africa. They're gonna
Exactly.
they're gonna tell you they're from a whole nother galaxy. You feel me? They
Exactly.
they're a people of the stars. So what I'm getting at is, if we really was to talk to the ancients here, they're gonna point up there somewhere. You feel me? So it's just like nobody says we all come from any of these places but us. We the only ones say that. You know,
Yeah.
oh, we all come from America. We all come from Africa. Man, the world is a lily pad, and when that lily pad go underwater, we gonna hop to the next one. We're gonna swim over there, whatever we gotta do. You know,
Yeah.
it ain't no
So look, like what state you from?
I'm down here in Florida.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. You got a lot of rich history down there. Like I'm from Virginia, you know what I'm saying? So like I've been to all the slave places. I've been to Jamestown, Yorktown, the Charlottesville, the Fredericksburg, to Ashland, to Richmond. You know what I'm saying? And I've been studying all of it, right? And I showed people this: the slave trade is over exaggerated, and the time is way off. Because I could prove it 1700 in Virginia, we only had 5,000 African slaves in 1700s. You see what I'm saying? And a lot, and we had and they had servitudes, and the servitudes was the Aboriginal Moorish people. They was already here. You see what I'm saying? And what happened is they mixed them up. They mixed them up. That little bit of African, they mixed them up, and they made everybody a Negro or African and a black. You know what I'm saying? And when you really go into the history, when you really start seeing, you see it. But you see that everybody ain't every Negro in America ain't Aboriginal or Moors, because some people, or some, a lot of them is because a lot of them come from Europe too. So it's European, is people that came from Europe, that they brought from Europe, they brought from Africa. Then they took people from America. They took them different places. They did us just like they did the animals, and they did the food. The pig comes from Africa. They took it to America. You see what I'm saying? Because when you take certain things from certain places and take it to a place that never existed, is way worth way more. So if you take a motherfucking slave from America and you take them to a place they ain't never even seen a Native American or Aboriginal more, never seen them before like that, they're gonna be worth more. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we got to understand. Like everybody ain't, and that's why I say I agree when they say you got to go by the spirit of people, because everybody ain't the same people. Even when you go to the tribes, when you break down all the tribes, when you break down all it's people, they took people from different tribes. They attacked different tribes of, we was different nations. You had the Powhatan Nation. They had like 60 different tribes in it. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't all the same people. When you hear Chris Columbus, when he went to South America, he'll tell you that all the different tribes were different. You had people with crinkly hair, you had dark skinned people, you had people with bones in their nose, you had this type of people, you had cannibals, you had all different type of people. It wasn't just the same type of people, and this the mistake that we get from reading history, that we think everybody is the same. And when you go to Africa, everybody is not the same. I mean, I ain't talking about. I don't care about their ancestor. Everybody come from the common ancestor. And I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about nationality wise, nation wise, tribe wise, kingdom wise. We never was the same.
Like you know what an empire is, right? I'll put it like
Yeah,
this: like you know what a kingdom, or you know what a tribe is.
yeah,
Now, so you know what a kingdom is. A
yeah,
kingdom is many tribes, right?
uh, yeah,
So do you know what an empire is? Is many kingdoms. You
yeah.
feel me? So being that we were part of that last empire, then we can say that we are all part of a nation. You know what I mean? That's why we got many tribes and kingdoms within within that nation. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I understand that. So, are you saying, okay, when you say the empire, right? How far does the empire stretch?
What's this? Like I'm glad you went to that point because there's basically a saying with the Marines. The Marines
Hmm.
always say that for one, Marine come from the word Mar, I mean Moor. That's what a Moor means, a traveler. So we travel this seven seas. What I'm getting at is the Marines have a saying that the Moors ran from from Montezuma, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I heard that song before.
Tripoli is in Africa. You feel me? Montezuma is the ancient name for Mexico. Huh?
Yeah,
And I always say when I bring that up, I tell people, and I ain't never seen no Indian over there in Tripoli. You feel me? Ain't no
yeah.
Indians in Tripoli. The only connection between Montezuma and Tripoli is Moors. There's dark skinned people in all of those lands. You feel me?
Okay.
So that just that they had conquered our strongholds, which was from Montezuma to Tripoli. We ran that prior to them finally, catching us, slipping. You feel me? When they caught us, when they finally took us down, they bragged about, knocking down the Moors that that ran from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. You feel me? So
Yeah,
we were one global people prior to being conquered. You know,
yeah, I understand that. I understand that.
and this Carlos Cooks right here, the right hand man to Marcus Garvey, as you can see him with his leopard fez on. But even better yet, I'm gonna show you him with the army that Marcus Garvey them basically had. Uh, this is Carlos Cooks in front of the army, and as you can see, they all got fezes on.
Yeah,
Like this is Marcus Garvey's team in a sense. You feel me? This was his standing army, and they were all Moors, just like the the master teacher Deuce Muhammad Ali, who I showed you earlier, who actually taught both of them. You feel me?
yeah, I got two questions for you on that, right? The first question you was talking about the empire.
Hmm.
So let's go to America
Hmm.
because I know about the Powhatan Nation, right? So are you saying like all the tribes in America were under like one empire?
Well before the Confederacy was, yeah, they were all under one empire. Before that, like the Caucasian didn't introduce that to us. You know,
Yeah.
So when we created, they've never had a confederacy or anything. When you hear any of these words, empires, confederacies, and things of that nature, then it involves us. They never had none of that.
Yeah, but as an empire, it is different nations though of different people that's under one empire.
Yeah, many kingdoms fall under
Yeah,
empire. Yeah.
yeah, okay. And my second one is we'll talk about the okay, yeah. I don't know if you see my lab that I sent you, but it was talking about the Moors, right? And it was talking about the Moors of Africa, and it was talking about the ones that call themselves the Moors, that they was actually Berbers and people from Negro land that was mixed. Are y'all based off of them type of Moors? Because I don't know if them the ones that went to Spain or is them a type of different type of Moors or what?
Like I say, way before we went into Spain, we were already Moors. You remember? Like a lot of people would tell you, Caucasian, like that. The word Moor is an X on them, meaning some outsiders named us that, which is ridiculous. You feel me? Because we were the Almoravids or the Almoravitan. It
And can you explain what it means? Because a lot of people think Moor just means black.
Nah, it means a traveler. It means it means a lot of things like that, but it definitely means that you're a traveler. And like you said, Ibri. Ibri means the ones who crossed over. So all of that.
Okay, and then this is a real one right here because this is the one a lot of people attack y'all on. Um, the slave trade. Now it's teachers that's out here saying that y'all was the navigators on the boats that brought the Europeans to America, and y'all helped in a lot of the slave trade.
Look, I'd be like, man, people people act like they ain't no dark skinned people right now, since they love the word black, but people who call themselves black, just like them, they all under one banner, black. But these same black people work for the police, stomping a mud hole in them. You feel me? Starving them in the prison systems and everything, and
Uh,
they proud to be black right along with them black people. But they want to point out some bad Moors, some dirty Moors, or most likely just some people that was compromised. You feel me? Like these people just could have been some nice dressed slaves. What you mean? They
yeah,
they done been confiscated just like cargo, and now they either gonna fight or die. So we don't, you know, And then some people just do it just for a check, like they do nowadays. Man, I gotta eat, man. I don't care what y'all say, man. Man, y'all better go in the house when the street lights go out. The police told me to lock y'all up. You know what I mean? Shit,
Yeah,
dudes don't care. Hey, I'm a security guard. I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm a police officer. I gotta do what I gotta. I'm a sheriff. You know, so black people putting us in slavery right now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
I do.
I'm not gonna say that ain't nobody with no dark skin ever did nothing like that. Yeah, they had something. I'm pretty sure somebody dark skin has something to do with everything.
Yeah,
Nigeria, the Congo had a lot to do with this slave trade. Like
yeah, they
that's what
did.
Columbus stopped from Spain. He stopped in the Congo and beeline straight here. Like they told him, go that way, go that way. Like what the heck? He must have put a gun to their head. I mean, like
Yeah,
they never found their way. Then all of a sudden, he goes straight from Spain to the Congo and came straight line and sinker. Like, hold on, how the heck you got here?
but
You
see, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be for real. The people who, and because they the ones that make up the jokes against y'all too, because they people who attacking everybody, and people don't like if I say it. I'm gonna just say it. People who attacking everybody is mostly comedic people, okay, and it's camp Israelites. Them are the two main people who are attacking everybody. Because if you name all the people that's calling the separation, is making all these debates and call it, is most of them are camp Israelites or most of them are Kemetic people.
Yep, yep, undercover Egyptologists. you know,
Yeah,
for real. They just not telling you they European author, but that's all they doing is spitting that Egyptology. You
yeah,
know, but like I say, man, it's like Khalid Muhammad said. He said Africa is not my home. He said Africa is my throne, and from
yeah,
my throne, I ruled 96 million square miles. He trying to say I ruled the earth from my throne because that was the center of the earth. Egypt is the center of the earth as far as we know it.
yeah,
It's in between here and there. Between up and down, between the top of the north and the south of the south. You feel me?
yeah.
From Asia to America. So we just showed our technological genius and put the pyramid right there, like bam. I know where this is. This the middle. You feel me? This the
So do you believe Kemetics were Moors, or
huh?
like do you believe Kemetics were connected to anything but Moors?
Man, that's where it come from. The word
Okay.
Moor is in hieroglyphs. Hold on, I'm gonna show you right quick before we get out of here. It's the Palermo Stele. Matter of fact, the Palermo Stele is well where the word Moor was recorded anciently for us to be able to see. Let me see. So, like this. That's good. Yeah, let me use this. Hold on, let me go so you can see what I'm saying. Oh shoot, I ain't shared it yet. Here we go. Gotcha. Now you can see that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that M and that R. You feel me? That serpent and that whichever kind of bird, maybe a hawk. Those two hieroglyphs, represent this word, which is a mar. Where you get Mauritania and all the other words that have to do with the word Moor. You feel me? So
mhm,
And the word Moor is actually the title of the high priest of Anu. You know, Anu is the most high. You feel
Right.
me? Going back to all of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, so that's ancient Egypt itself. You know,
Yeah.
telling you, that's where Amara was first recorded in history. You know that we know.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, everybody just gotta like we honor our mothers and fathers, our ancient foremothers and forefathers, and we're gonna go back to being Moors. You know, we're gonna go back to being Aboriginal, Indigenous. We're gonna be the Ibri, huh? And we ain't gonna
Yeah.
sit still. If we sit still, we no longer the Ibri. We got to keep crossing over. This our land, our world. We are travelers. Moors are travelers. We have to keep crossing over. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To and
Yeah.
fro from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. You feel me? And beyond. You feel me? For real, for real.
So
But
what you think? I mean, what you think is the goal to what we got to do to get us together?
I mean, like it like it's gonna be hard to reach the Israelite brothers. You know, it's gonna be hard to reach them because it's almost like we gotta. I mean, we can't even reach them where they at. Like we can't even grab a Bible and come try to teach that with them because they're not gonna let us teach. We can only come learn. They're not gonna let us teach. You feel me? And they
Yeah.
they they deep on the English. I call them English Israelites. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, like they don't even call themselves Hebrew Israelites no more. You know, they get mad when you say that. You feel me? Because number one, they don't even speak Hebrew. You know,
Yeah.
not one
It's
word.
all.
It's no
I think
word.
it's like Aramaic.
I mean, that should have been. It should be it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, my brother? Hey, man, they've been hating on you, bro. I've been expecting my boy right here, Will I Am, to be on like every one of my shows lately. I've been having some hot ones. He ain't been showing up. I'm like, dang, what my dog at? But he in the building. He in the building. Yeah, that's a real one now. Man, you missed some good ones, man. I know you went down the list and checked them out, but YouTube hating on me. They ain't giving my boy a notification. Yeah, but like my Hebrew brothers, they need to like I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna worry about all these older generations, but we do have to, reach the youth. You feel me? We got to reach the
Yeah.
younger generations, whether they be a young Nawapian, whether they be a young Israelite, a young Moorish American, or whatever, a young U.S. citizen, a young black kid, whatever they want to call themselves. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have
Yeah.
to, and we want to meet them. We want to meet them wherever they. I don't care if they talking about Jesus, Buddha, Krishna. You know what I mean? Aset, Isis, El, Yahweh. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna have to go ahead and bring them all.
Oh
Like
yeah.
to a better understanding. I just want the people to learn how to read. That's my thing. You feel me? If we can all learn how to read, then number one, the kids be able to teach us. Like right now, if we really wanted to be able to decode the hieroglyphs and stuff, then we would give the kids a little bit of information we do have, hieroglyphs, and then let them learn that at a young age. And then before they're 10 years old, we could take them in the temples and they could decode everything for us. You feel me? It could be story time coming from the kids. The kids gonna tell us a story. That's what they mean by wisdom coming from the mouths of babes. You feel me? But we scared. We want them to go do the same lessons and learning patterns that everybody done did for the last 200 years in America. We want them to read the same book, learn the same way and everything. Nothing's gonna change. Like they done perfected something. They ain't perfected nothing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think the thing that messed everything up is everything has become more entertainment. It become more trying to make money, trying to get views. So it's like a lot of people ain't, you know what I mean, really down for what they teaching.
Mm-hmm. Hey, go
So like I
ahead.
told my brother, you wanna destroy a revolutionary, give him money. Give him a house, give him a car.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. That's for real now, because like man, it's so easy for our brothers and stuff to get compromised nowadays, man. It's easy, because for one,
Yeah,
like you say, we living off their system. So you know, once a person living off that handout, and the person who giving the handout don't like a certain topic or a subject that they bringing, then they're gonna shut up. They're gonna shut up because they can't afford to lose that person. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So, you know, thank God I don't need none of them suckers. You feel me? I mean,
yeah,
I would love to have it to try to do good things. They have to pay me a whole they could pay me a whole lot to go ahead and just shut up so I can do a lot more than I could talk about. You feel me?
yeah,
Just give
yeah,
me so much money. I ain't got time to talk about y'all. I'm busy. I'm over here building. I ain't gonna ask for nobody no money to help build no hospital or something. Shoot, I can't see us not being able to do it with $1 million. You know, like come on, it's just like all these Million Man marches. If everybody give a dollar, $10, man, we supposed to have a hospital built every year. We have a Million Man march, and then people ask like, well, who gonna build it? What you think? It's a million men. A million men. You trying to ask me who gonna build it? We gonna build it. You know what I mean? And that's that. So, people been wasting our time for like 30 years doing all these Million Man marches, and they ain't built one hospital. Like, it should be a free hospital for black people in every state, you know?
yeah.
Easy.
Well, because I mean, what I tell people is, and that's what I was saying earlier, that most groups are about themselves. It's about the people inside of the group. So they'll build stuff like help them get businesses if you're a part of that group. And that's what it's not about. A lot of these groups are not about everybody. It's about only the people that's with us.
Hmm. Hey,
And you see it, and that's the big problem.
you already know we're gonna do this again, brother. I've been rocking with my boy, the mad scientist. You feel me? I'm,
Yeah.
hey, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Erik Truehart. You can find me on Eric the Mad Scientist, True Knowledge. You can find me on Melanated Mind Group, Life Death Conflict, podcast. I be doing everything. I'm coming out with documentaries again, the slave trail and all that stuff, and bringing up the history. And you know, I'm on Instagram too. True Hot 30.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of information on all them groups. So I've been doing this since like 2012 over here. So you'll see lives, everything, presentations. I got all that.
Hey, if I could put together a last name, that's one of them that I keep right there, boy. True Heart. You feel me? You know.
Yeah.
So y'all rock
Boy,
with man.
yeah, that's my real name.
I like that. I like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You feel
Oh
me?
yeah, yeah.
It ain't no accident. You feel me? Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
y'all rock with my boy True Heart. You feel me? The mad scientist. You feel me? ET in the building. Hey, my boy Will I am, man. We appreciate you rocking with us, man. We had some viewers, but I guess it's late night. Too many people ain't want to, chop it up. But my boy dropped them comments, so we appreciate you, bro. We're gonna share this video. Make sure you share this video. A lot of people, I'm pretty sure they ain't even hit no like button. I get 100 and sudden whatever, couple hundred views. Can't get that many likes. It's like when y'all walk in the door, they should have hit the like button. You know that?
Yeah.
And then if it ain't no info being dropped, then go ahead and take your like back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
You know, don't just sit here and wait. Like, oh, if you don't say something to stimulate my eardrums, I'm not hitting the like button. Man, you ain't even probably been here 5 minutes. You know,
Exactly.
but they already know. If you don't listen to a video before, you already know what it is. So, hit that like button. Y'all share, subscribe. You feel me? For all the like minds. You feel me? And we out. You feel me?
Peace out.
Peace, peace.